Hey everybody, it's on screen, off screen. We just did a really cool episode where Josh went through like all of my favorite things, and some of them surprised me and rated it higher. Some of them, like Jurassic Park, he rated it lower than any sane person should rate it. And it was really cool of him to do all that. Josh is an incredible person, and you guys should just like send him presents because he's wonderful. We're also joined by Lauren, who is just a bright and shiny, wonderful person who carries pepper spray just in case someone breaks into her house at all times.
I have pepper spray in every room.
Every room, just pepper spray. Don't send her gifts so she doesn't come and get you.
Just stay safe. Don't break into my house.
Oh, just stay safe. Don't break into her house. All right, Josh. Let's go with just because you have two topics. Let's do one of yours first.
Okay, my first one is Ready or Not, the game. I do realize there is also a movie on our list that we are wanting to watch called Ready or Not, so I do want to specify that.
Dang it! I was hoping you watched the movie.
Game.
I was hoping you watched the movie.
I was thinking, wow, he just watched it without us.
Yep, nope, I did not. So sorry. We can add that as a shared topic. I absolutely do want to watch the movie, but I'm talking about the game. This is a super challenging tactical SWAT team game that has. It's not necessarily new, but has very grown in popularity over the last little bit. So I decided to give it a try. The challenge is super fun. I absolutely love this game. But it tells a very serious story in a way you wouldn't quite expect. There is some truly, truly awful things that happen in the world, and it shines a light on those things. There's a scene where you're going to arrest a guy in this penthouse, and you storm it, and you get into the basement, and you find children in cans and pictures and child porn stuff that he was doing, and like all of this on top of it, and it is like so eye-opening. A side benefit to this for me is it's actually given a lot of appreciation to law enforcement. I've seen a lot of people coming back from playing this game and saying, I didn't realize how difficult it was to be a cop. I am very respectful of and think very highly of law enforcement. I have a number of them in my family. And to see us go from 2020 to people playing this game and going like, I didn't realize it was that bad, that hard. There's a mission where the information given to you, they always give you a brief of like what you're supposed to expect. And you're going into this apartment and they say there's only going to be one guy, just arrest him. And you go in and you find the entire apartment building is full of bad guys and they're going to shoot at you from every which way and corner. There's unexpected things that happen in this game. So I was storming a crack house and I was pointing my gun at this lady and I was saying, get down on the ground, doing the good cop thing and not just shooting her. And I accidentally stuck my head into a doorway. And as I turned to sweep to make sure the room was clear, I got shot in the face and killed by somebody I didn't know was there. This is a very challenging, fun game, but when you actually look at the details, there's something very serious there. And I think it's very, very fun. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 game. It's very great.
Very cool. That sounds interesting. And the reviews that I'm reading, everyone's positive except for I guess there was a patch recently, like just barely, that said it's kind of ruined the game. Like it's not optimized very well anymore, and it's crashing on a lot of people and causing problems. Have you seen anything like that?
I have not seen anything. I do know that exists. They basically added crossplay and a new platform for console users. So that's why it had this like spike, is they've been adding consoles to it, but that has created some issues. I haven't had those issues. I've been playing it for a few weeks now. This last week I did get the opportunity to finally play it with people instead of just using AI. When you're using AI, you actually are the commander of this team and you have to direct them on how to behave and stuff. Otherwise they will go out and get shot and killed, and you'll be responsible for those lives. They have their own strengths and weaknesses and abilities and things. It's very, very detailed, very, very cool. I haven't had any issues with it. I do know that there have been people who have had issues with it. I'm just not one of them.
Okay.
So I can't speak to it. I don't think it's been ruined. I absolutely loved playing with people. It made it a lot easier to not be managing 4 other guys while also dealing with these high stress situations. I love that it's given appreciation to law enforcement. Very, very good. Very, very fun.
That sounds awesome. Let's try that one out. That sounds interesting. So, I started this episode specifically talking about how Josh was crazy and rated Jurassic Park lower than any human being should. Now we're going to hear about one of the sequels to Jurassic Park, which are all bad. I have a special place in my heart for 3, even though it's bad. And it's just gotten worse. So now we get to hear about the newest one, which is probably the worst one, because it's new. And Jurassic Park now sucks. Okay, go ahead, Lauren. What did you think? Am I wrong? Is it good?
I was gonna ask if you guys minded me ruining stuff.
Spoil the crap out of this. I do not care about Jurassic Park anymore at all.
Spoiler alert. I had so many problems with this movie. So the basics of this is they're like, so dinosaurs have big hearts, so we can cure heart disease because they have big hearts, and we need 3 specific dinosaurs' blood, one from the water, one from the air, and one from the land, so that we can cure heart disease. And I'm like, okay, but if you already remade, they're like, we need living samples, so we can't kill one and then like whatever. And I was like, okay, but you guys kind of like lab made these, so why can't you just lab make a slab of meat that makes blood and then you can take that blood? You don't have to go to this dangerous area. So anyway, it follows this team that they're illegally going into where the dinosaurs are, and then it has this family that's sailboating, and is it the Mosasaurus or the big water one, just like wrecks their ship. But like at the very beginning, there's this dad, his 2 daughters, and one of the daughter's boyfriends. And I wanted the boyfriend to immediately get eaten. He was so annoying. He was lazy, just an awful person that they were like, throughout the movie, they were trying to get you to like kind of flip and like him. And there was one thing that I liked that he did was his girlfriend got thrown from the boat while there was like all these dinosaurs in the water, and without hesitation, he jumped in after her. And the dad was like, respect, like the dad did not like this guy, but then since he jumped in after his daughter, he's like, okay, I have like respect for you now. But then this guy continues to be just lazy and stupid. And then he has like this moment where he has the shirt open like, what's his face? In the first one, why can't I think of what his name is? Jeff Goldblum. He has Jeff Goldblum's outfit on, and he's lounging on the side. And I was like, I know what you're doing. Don't do it. That's stupid. I don't like this character. He can die. The only thing that I liked was that he jumped in after his girlfriend, and otherwise I was like, this character's so stupid. I think he's supposed to be comic relief, but he just annoys me. And then they have, once again, they're going to this island that apparently they were mixing dinosaurs, like species. So you have like this Spinosaurus, Bronchiosaurus. So it has like little frills and things that would like pop up every once in a while. And I was like, so is that blood still okay? Because technically it's not the dinosaurs from like back in the day then, because they're a new species because you crossbred them. Nobody asked that question. And then um, the guys that are trying to get the blood sample, they're trying to sell it to a company to get a whole bunch of money instead of giving it to the world.
Okay.
And then there's like this debate in between Scarlett Johansson's character and oh, everybody loves him and he has glasses in this movie, Jonathan Bailey, where he's like, you should give it to everybody, not just like the big pharma or whatever. And they have like this side thing going on. And at the very end, there's like this really big, dinosaur that it reminds me of Alien, actually, and it kind of looks like Alien. And it has like four little grabby arms, and it kept grabbing people and just like eating them. And I was like, okay, like I hate watching people get ripped in half, but that's okay. Let's keep doing that. And at the very end, they're like, oh, it's going after the little girl. And then there's this group of people and this one guy over here. And the one guy's like, I'm going to sacrifice myself because they've figured out that it goes towards light. And so he lights a flare, and then everybody's like screaming at him, like, no! And he's just standing there with the flare, and he's like, I gotta do it. And you have Scarlett Johansson just repeatedly screaming his name as he slowly walks backward into the water, and then, like, he swims, and then the dinosaur just slowly follows him off
Couldn't he
into
have
the
just
jungle. Couldn't he have just thrown it? Yes, that's what I was saying. Because then you see him off, and I'm like, I get they have to do like the sacrifice thing or whatever, but I'm like, this is so dumb. And it shows them like in the boat. Because literally all they had to do was just divert the attention from the girl, jump on the boat, and go. That's all they had to do. And I did like the idea that they had like the flare in the trees, and then you see they didn't show them get eaten. They just see the flare go out. And then they're going out onto the boat, and they're like, oh, they're all crying and stuff. And then a flare goes out. He isn't dead. So they immediately turn on their lights on the boat, turn around to where they last know this dinosaur was that's attracted to light to go save this dude. So mad. But apparently it was fine, and they picked him up and they left. But they were stranded on this island because the Spinosauruses were hunting them on the water and in the land, so that's why they had to go deeper onto the island. But all of a sudden, it's fine that they're on the boat again. Anyway, so this was dumb, and nobody had any sense.
That sounds like a terrible, terrible movie.
Oh,
And have you seen Jurassic Park 3?
I've seen all of. I haven't seen the third one of Chris Pratt, but I've seen everything else.
Okay, Jurassic Park 3 starts with them on a boat. Did they just copy Jurassic Park 3?
Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like. And then at the end, they ended up giving the heart medication to the world. It was just so stupid. It was just so dumb. Like,
sounds...
I could see how they were, like, trying to make it more horror and things. It felt more like Alien than Jurassic Park to me. And yeah, there was just so many things that they're like, this is what this dinosaur does. Well, you have Jonathan Bailey's character who knows all the dinosaurs. So like, and then the dinosaurs were so nice to wait for Jonathan Bailey to explain how they hunt and how they're attracted to things before they would murder somebody. So they'll be like on a standoff, and he's like, oh no, this one does this, 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 and that. And they're like, oh yeah, so we should do this. And then like chaos would ensue, and I'm like, this is so dumb. I'm so glad I didn't watch it in theaters.
Truly horrible movie.
It's bad.
I am
So, Lauren,
done.
what
with
would you
Jurassic
rate
Park.
this masterpiece on a scale of 1 to 10?
Like a 3.
Okay, so it's not all awful. It got
I
2
went-
points for something.
It got 2 points, because I did like the dad character with like his family trying to survive on the island because the researchers and the family end up getting separated. And I did like the dad character with his family, and then I did like the there was this funny part where they were trying to get the big pharma dude to give them more money to go on this trip with Scarlett Johansson and this black guy, and the black guy's like, oh yeah, I can't, sorry, like my ship's almost paid off, like I don't want to lose my ship, and like you're not paying me that much. And Scarlett Johansson's character is like, how about you double what you're giving me and then give it to him, or else like we can't do this or whatever. So then they double up the thing, and then another person in the crew comes over and says the exact same line the black guy did about like the pay or whatever. She's like, oh no, we already hustled him, we got the money. And he's like, oh, okay, good. Like left, and I liked that part. So 2. I mean 3. Because I would rewatch this with like my brother to point out how much.
Watch like a bad movie, because sometimes it's
Yeah.
just fun to watch a bad movie.
Yeah. So it would
That's
get a
fair.
3 because I would rewatch it with somebody to make fun of it, to rage at.
That's fair. I think this is the most like
Yeah.
this movie sucks that you've ever done.
Yeah. It was really funny too because like immediately I always get mad at the Jurassic Parks when they try to talk science, like biologically and stuff, because I always am like, that's a lie, because they're like, the equator has more oxygen, and I'm like, actually no, the poles do, because it's more dense in oxygen over. But anyway, it was making me mad that they're like, yeah, the dinosaurs like the equator because there's more oxygen.
They're just the first one with Chris Pratt, Jurassic World, is an okay movie.
I liked it.
Don't think it's good, but it's okay. The second one is so dumb. The third one was so dumb. I didn't finish it. I couldn't finish that third movie. It was too stupid. And I can't do it anymore. So Lauren, you have to watch all of the Jurassic stuff for the rest of time so that we can get your thoughts.
So I can tell you what it is.
World 47.
Yeah, I think this is something that needs to stop, because it's funny, I did watch the Jurassic, the animated, is it on Netflix
Oh, you
or
did?
whatever? Yeah. It's not good.
Not good.
But I still watched all of it because it was just something to have on.
I don't understand why it keeps going, because there are a couple people that like Jurassic World, but most people I talk to are kind of like, it's okay. There are some people that like number 2, but most people are like, it's okay. There are weirdos like me that kind of like number 3, even though it sucks. And then all the other ones, everyone's like, yeah, they're bad. Everybody. There's nobody that's like, they're good. Everybody's like, they're bad.
Yeah.
They're just bad movies.
Yeah.
So you rated this a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Have you've seen all of them? Is that what you said?
All of them except for the third one with Chris Pratt.
Okay. Do
Yeah.
you have a ranking of Jurassic Park?
I like the first and the second one.
Okay.
And then the others, like,
Why do you keep watching them? Because I'm done. Like, I'm done. Why do you keep watching them?
I don't know. I think it's stupid because this is why they keep making money. Because I'm like, dinosaurs. 'Cause I love dinosaurs. And so it's just like, yeah, they get me with their money grab because I'm just like, dinosaur. Like, I love going to museums. I'm like, where's their dinosaur displays? Like, I need to read all of them. And then all the kids are there. And I'm like, get out of the way.
Or just slapping kids around. You're in my view.
I literally went to like I was in Denver and I went to the museum there, and I went into like this area that had just like minerals and rocks and stuff because there was no kids there. So I was like, I can read in peace on my little things. And then I saw that they had a dinosaur display, and I was like, I'm gonna have to brave the children to go see the dinosaur displays.
That's so cool.
And I did brave the children.
So have you gone to Vernal and done the dinosaur stuff over there?
I want to. My brother just got back from there. I remember going there as a kid, and then I remembered that existed, and I was like, yeah, it's actually on my list. Like, I want to go within the month, actually.
Cool. You should. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah, because I grew up in southern Utah, and there's these private lands that people let you go in. They're like, just shut the gate. You can go explore or whatever. And there was like tons of fossils up in those hills. And so like I have just like a 5-gallon bucket of just fossils. And it's like mostly just like coral and shells and stuff because we don't have much down there. But like in Escalante, they have, is it a 30-foot alligator or crocodile that they're excavating? That's like cool. Yeah, it's huge, and like there's a lot of fossils down there. I thought I was gonna be an archaeologist when I was growing up because I love dinosaurs that much. So I was a dino kid, and that's how they get me.
What's your favorite dinosaur?
I like the Bronchiosaurus, and then I like. Have you seen Littlefoot?
Not for a really long time.
Yeah, and then whatever Ducky is from Littlefoot, I like that one. I should know the name because it's one of my favorites, but yeah.
That's cool. What about you, Conlon? What's your favorite dinosaur?
What do they call it? I like the little velociraptors, like the little teeny tiny ones. I've always liked them. What are those called?
For as much as I like dinosaurs, I should know the names, but I don't.
I've always liked the little guys. I don't know why. My cousin he's not a archaeologist, but he works with a firm that has archaeologists, and what they do is they find fossils and they sell it to private collectors. And that's like what he does. And he travels all over this part of the country because we have so many of them. And he'll go to dig sites and he helps dig them, and then he will arrange the cells. It's a cool job.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll go. I can talk to him. Legitimately. I think he would love the job.
Oh my gosh. I need to stop bumping this.
That would be sweet.
There we go.
I think you should totally do it. That would be so cool. Imagine if you could be part of the cell of that alligator to some super, super rich guy in Montana.
That's already going to the museum. The U's, what is that, the natural history in Salt Lake? So it's a program done through them that they're excavating there, and they have like, I love going there because they have like this section where you can watch them like getting the fossils out of the rock. It's so cool.
That's very cool.
Anyway.
All right, I'll go to my topic now. A movie called Weapons. Have either of you even heard of this? Okay.
No.
This movie rocks. I took my wife to it yesterday, and she hates me for taking her to this movie. She hated this movie. Not didn't like it.
Theaters?
She hated it. Yes, it's in theaters right now. It is a thriller horror movie, like thriller horror mystery movie that I can understand if it doesn't work for people completely, but it did work for me, and I really liked it. You've got the way that it's filmed is you have little segments, and it starts off with a mystery. One day at 2:17 in the morning, 17 kids from one classroom all run out into the night and are gone. Weeks are passing by. There's one kid that is left sitting in class in the next morning. Everybody else just disappears. And they all run out with their arms out, and they've got this glazed look on their face, and they can see it on their Ring doorbells. They can see the kids run out. They don't know where they went. So you're tracking down and trying to figure out, where did these kids go? What is this weird stuff going on? why is this happening? So you have this interesting mystery of what happened to the kids. And you're dealing with how that is affecting all of your main characters. And it's done in little chunks. So you'll have the teacher of this classroom where all of her kids are just gone. And all of the parents think that it's her fault. What did you tell my kid? What aren't you telling us? Tell us, tell us, tell us. And all of the pain and pressure that's going on her. And then you have her cop ex-boyfriend and how he's involved in the story. And then you have this druggie that's involved with the cop. And it tells all these little segments of the story, and you're wondering how it comes together. There are little horror aspects in it, but mostly it's just a thriller. And the entire time I was like, if this comes together, this is going to be a really good movie. If it doesn't come together, and I didn't think it was going to, this movie's going to suck. But it comes together at the end. It's worth your time. It's a slow burn, but it's a slow burn where all of the choices that they made I felt like were valid and increased the narrative. The creepy aspect is really good. It deals with a horror aspect, a horror trope that I don't see used very often, and they used it quite well. I actually really like the ending. I could see people not liking the ending, but I thought it was really good. It's one of the most effective horror thriller movies I've seen in a very long time. It was really
So
well done.
why did your wife not like it?
She doesn't like possession, which this isn't possession, but it's possession adjacent. She hates it. She hates possession. She hates when like the Omen type of a thing where they deal with children and they have some kind of evil aspect with children. She doesn't like that, and this is a very, very big part of the story is that. And then it has when it does have horror, there are some very gruesome scenes. And she didn't like that. So there were multiple parts of the movie where she literally just did a Lauren and she was like, nope.
Hoodie over the eyes.
Which I've never seen her do before. She hated this movie. Absolutely despised it. But I thought it was extremely effective.
What would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
I think an 8.
Okay.
I was surprised by how well this movie is. There's a cheating aspect of the movie that I don't really like. I don't really like that storyline. And you actually understand why it happens for the character's point of view. The teacher is struggling because literally everybody is calling her a witch. They're painting witch on her door. And all of her kids but one disappear, and everybody in the town just gossips about her, and she's super stressed and she's lonely. And the cop has his life falling apart, but I still don't really like that they chose to go that way with the story. It was distasteful in my opinion, and it's the one real negative of the story overall. The rest of it I think is really, really good. Yeah. Anyway, I wouldn't recommend this movie to everybody. I really wouldn't. But if you like mysteries, if you like thrillers, it is worth giving a shot. It worked.
Would you recommend it for me?
Soft recommend.
Okay.
Is what I would say. Soft recommend.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to your next one, Josh.
Okay, this one should be a fairly quick one. It is just a little platformer challenge game. If you've played, what is it, Pico something? Pixel Pico? Lauren, you and I played it. Yeah, Pico Park. It's like that, except it messes with you in a super fun, challenging way by subverting your expectations every chance it can. So, like, you'll go and you'll hit this, like, bouncy thing, and you'll try and, like, time it while you're going over a gap, and then the bouncy thing will continue, but the block it was on will go over here. So if your eyes were focused on, like, the block moving to time, you'll just jump backwards and fall to your death. It will, like, randomly open up gaps. It will raise spikes out of the ground. It will set you up to like avoid saws at all costs, but then there's a level where you're supposed to jump on top of the saw, but not that specific saw. It's not like the greatest game ever or anything, but like if you've got like 20 or 30 minutes and you're looking for a fun little challenge that will just like piss people off, because like what the you're not supposed to just change the level like that. This is a great one, and I do recommend playing it. I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Sweet.
I've seen on like TikTok people playing it, and it's like,
that's where I found it.
Yeah, it literally looks like a game. Like, there's times when you're just playing a real game and you're like, I swear this game's like going against me. That is what this game is.
It is going against you.
It is going against you.
Yep.
So
Colin,
funny.
you should try it.
I'm literally installing it right now.
Done. I'm playing
Done.
it right now.
I put this one on windowed mode, and I played it while I was watching YouTube or doing other things this week. It was a great time.
That sounds exactly like what I want to do. That sounds
Yeah.
great.
It's a great time.
That sounds great. And it's already
simple.
downloaded.
Yep,
Fantastic.
it's small.
I'm already
You only
playing
use your
it.
arrow keys to control it. It's fun. It's a good little like piss people off troll game. It's great.
Cool. All right, guys. With that, we're actually going to do 2 shared topics on this episode. We'll start with Road to El Dorado. We'll just go in order. So I've seen this a lot of times. I think we've all seen this a lot of times. I was surprised at how good the voice acting is in this movie. Like, that is what blew me away this time. And I was wondering, do you think that DreamWorks has a better
Yes.
cast of voice actors overall than Disney?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think DreamWorks is better than Disney across the board.
I
Okay.
don't know about that. Depends on the era.
There's a lot of
'Cause-
Disney.
Hercules, Tarzan. Like, there's so many of them. And then if you go Disney Pixar, you get Conlon's Ratatouille.
So good.
Like,
I
the
would say
90s are hard to beat Disney.
They're
that's
very hard
true.
to beat.
Okay, so excluding that, but like with animation wise, I feel like they've always been ahead of Disney in animation when you compare them side to side. And I think, was it like Disney's Frozen had ice, but like DreamWorks, like water and ice is so hard to animate, and DreamWorks always blew it out of the water for me. Yeah.
Finding Nemo. Can you name better water animated than Finding Nemo?
Pretty sure it was just a video. A video of water. I'm trying to think
like-
of...
The work that Disney did for the water in Finding Nemo is astounding. It still looks amazing.
When... Yeah. I mean... Yeah. Okay, so that one...
Like, I'm going to agree with you in general, but like peak
Yeah.
water is Finding Nemo.
I
So-
would say that, like, Disney has, like, the exceptions every once in a while. But, yeah, as, like, a rule, DreamWorks.
Interesting.
DreamWorks.
I genuinely forgot. I'll talk about it next week. But I watched ELO, and there is a scene in ELO where he's standing in the dark with waves. This just made me think of it, and it is astounding, like straight up amazing. The moonlight is on the water, incredible. I'm blown away. But that's one little water segment. That's not an entire movie, like Finding Nemo. Okay, anyway. Voice acting, super impressed. There were lines that shouldn't work, but they worked so well in this movie because they're acted so good. What's the dark-haired guy's name?
Tulio? No, Miguel? No, Miguel's blonde, Tulio. Yeah,
Okay.
got it.
Yeah.
Kevin Kline, I guess, is the guy who voiced him. Bravo, my friend. I was so impressed. The music is really good. The colors are fantastic. I I had so much fun with this movie, and I've seen it so many different times. The part where they start arguing after the dice is loaded is just the way they were riffing off each other was golden. It was so well done.
You fight
This
like
is
my
the
sister. I called you
perfect. It's
sister.
amazing, amazing. Um, the it's just so good. The animation is great. I thought it was funny. They follow this map, and they have like a giant bird that's literally carved into the sky. But you get to the end of the map, you're like, well, I guess it's not here. They don't even look under a rock. They're like, there's nothing here. We're just gonna go back now. I was like, come on, look around for a minute. You're just, oh, cool stone. That's it. I guess we're done. I guess it's game over. I don't know. It was funny. I like the use of the armadillo and how the armadillo is following them. It's one of the better uses of like an animal companion that I've seen. And then they have him be part of the ball match. Like, it's a cool little idea. And a lot of times they don't use animal companions very effectively. They're more like cute side pieces instead of integral to the plot. And integral in a unique, clever way. I thought that was brilliant. I've seen this a lot, and I actually appreciated it more this time than I have any other time that I watched it. Lauren, what did you think?
I love Road to El Dorado. Like, I probably watch this yearly. Its music is great. I love the the one guy who like the jaguar like steps on him. He's like, I'm okay, and then it steps on him. And he's like, I'm still okay. And, like, it's very like I remember watching this as like a kid and being so anxious that they're gonna find out that they're not gods. And there was something that I just somebody asked me recently. They're like, when do you think the other guy realized that they weren't gods? Like, not the skinny guy, but the
big
chief.
chieftain dude?
Yeah. And somebody was like, because we know he, at the end, when he invites Miguel to stay, that he knows he's not a god. And so somebody was like, when do you think that he actually didn't think he was? And I was like, I don't know if he ever really thought that they were this time around. But anyway, this is a movie that like makes me want to travel. Whenever I watch it, I'm always like, I need to book a flight somewhere. And like, I think it's, yeah, I really like this movie. I think it's like literally 10 out of 10. I don't have anything wrong with it. I do think it's funny because I always think that every single time when they get to the rock monolith, Colin, that you mentioned, that they're like, nope, no more exploring. This is where it ends. When it's like, well, what are you going to go back to? Like, exactly. You have a rowboat. How are you getting out of here?
If you want to go through that logic, they had a rowboat. How did they get there in the first place? And how did they beat the Spanish there?
I did think that too. I was like, and the Spanish showed up the exact same place? Okay.
I do really like the when they're on the boat and the seagull like dies kind of on the front, and they're like reaching up for it, and a shark just comes and grabs it.
I thought the 3, 2, 1 stand up. I literally laughed out loud. I didn't remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, I love this movie. And as far as like the animal companions, like the horse as well, is like, it speaks without speaking, and it's a really good character. And I love at the end when he's like, so much gold, and the horse is like, with its hooves. Yeah, no, I love this movie. It's really good. So 10 out of 10.
All right, Josh.
I wasn't sure I was actually going to have time to watch this movie. I was just going to talk about it, but I did find the time in all my madness, and it was absolutely worth it. This movie is brought up all the time as an underrated movie, but it still just has a 2 out of 5 and a 49% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, come on, people. If it's underrated, start rating it properly. Watch this movie. It's fantastic the whole way through. Even people who do watch this movie don't give any love to the soundtrack. And I think the soundtrack is amazing. The animation is amazing. The brotherhood is like goals and such a special thing. Like,
So rare
I'm a romance
in movies.
guy. You know, we see all of these romances and things all over the place. But to have such a genuine feeling brotherhood between two friends it's something special, and it needs to be absolutely appreciated. I absolutely love this movie. I'm with Lauren. I watch it almost yearly. I absolutely love this movie. Every single second of this movie is a great time. Even the stuff that doesn't serve much of a purpose, like the shark, it's a good bit. You know, like it breaks the tension of the situation that we're in a stupid and ridiculous way, for sure. But still, I love it, and this is great. I give this one a 9 out of 10. I absolutely love this movie.
It's awesome. Fantastic movie. I'm glad we rewatched it. I haven't seen it it's been a really long time. Really good movie. Okay, now my other one. The reason that I chose to watch this is because I have a friend who's very, very into musicals, and I asked what his favorite musicals were. And this was rated as one of his favorite musicals of all time. And I don't know why.
Okay, good, because I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I was like, everything else that you're listing, I completely agree. I love everything else that you're saying. And so I was like, you know what, I'll give this a shot. And this movie is a movie. Like, I actually don't think it's horrible. This is one of the most movies I've ever movied. And there's some parts of it that are pretty cringy. The songs aren't great. The dancing, I like some of it. Some of the dancing is good. But mostly it's kind of like, what? Why? Why is this movie? Why? And the ape song where they're like acting like cavemen is weird as crap. Like such a weird song. And then you have they go to like an Asian bar and they go to like a black bar and they all are dancing the same way. I'm like, what are we doing? Is this
There's
like
no culture.
Are you trying to like, is this PC before PC? Like, what are we doing? Why are we watching this? I don't know. And like, it should be better than it is. Because it has Singing in the Rain guy. Fantastic. He does so good in Singing in the Rain. He's not great in this. At all. Like, in any way, shape, or form. Gene Kelly, it's got Frank Sinatra, and Frank Sinatra, he's such a good singer, but I actually don't think he was that good in this, and I don't know why, because it doesn't even really sound like Frank Sinatra. Like, I wouldn't know it was him. I just was very, very underwhelmed by this movie that I thought would be quite good. It's got Vera Ellen in it, and she's in White Christmas. White Christmas is one of my favorite movies. She's fantastic, but she's not in this. This should have been better than it was. And I'm sorry that I made you guys watch it. Genuinely, because I don't think it was very good. Would I rather watch Black Panther? I think I would slightly rather watch this. This is like a 5.5 for me. I didn't think it was very good. Josh, what do you think?
Well, I want to ask the question because we had agreed on our shared topics for this week.
Yeah.
Halfway through the week, Conlon reaches out and says, hey, can we add this as a shared topic? Why did you want it to be a shared topic?
Because I've been wanting to watch like a musical with you guys, and we haven't really talked that much about musicals. And I have this friend, so I go to Something Rotten this week, which If you guys haven't seen it, I probably should have brought that. There's a lot of things that I should have talked about, apparently, that I forgot about. Something Rotten is quite good. It's a play on Shakespeare and musicals in general, and it makes fun of it. And if you know musicals, it is a really good time. Anyway, I go to this musical. His wife is in this. We're talking to him. I say, what are some of your favorites? He brings up this. I had never heard of it before. I was like, oh, cool, a hidden gem. We like hidden gems on this channel. Frank Sinatra's the freaking man. This is probably going to be really good. And then it wasn't. And I was like, oh, it'd be cool to talk about together. It just wasn't that great. But that was kind of it, Josh.
Okay. My notes are, this should be called The Two Easiest Women in New York. Typical man falls in love with woman, chases her all across New York City, only for her to be a stripper. It's weird to me.
Wait, what did they say? What did they call it? Like a gooch dancer?
Yeah,
Yes.
That's what they were called. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's a real thing.
I
They
didn't know
make
that.
up
That
a
was
movie.
the first time I heard that, and I was like, excuse me?
Yep. It was weird for me to see Frank Sinatra in something and him not be the lead. Because,
also weird.
I would put Frank Sinatra as, top 5 most famous performers of all time.
Yeah.
Right? Michael Jackson, Elvis,
Frank
Queen,
Sinatra, Queen,
Beatles, Frank Sinatra. Those would be my top 5. Not necessarily in that order, but, that's where I would go. And he's not the lead. I completely disagree with you. There are some points where it doesn't sound like Frank Sinatra, but there are also some points that were very Frank Sinatra to me. I probably do listen to more Frank Sinatra than you do, I would assume, because that's more my thing. But I didn't think it wasn't him. There's also, we brought it up when we watched Singing in the Rain. There's a weird dream sequence that's just this weird 15-minute side story trip thing that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's weird. It's in this movie again. Gene Kelly is the guy in both of these. And in both of them, they have this sequence. I don't know if it was a thing of the time, but
I think it was because not Alabama, Oklahoma. Oklahoma also had that weird sequence that was just weird.
That's true, but these ones I could see them making the argument hey, without this sequence, it's only a 45-minute thing. Oklahoma's plenty long.
That's true.
I don't know. It's weird. It didn't serve the plot at all. It made it worse. Make a cut of this movie where it's 45 minutes and doesn't include that, and I bet it would get better reviews. I didn't hate the music. It wasn't terrible. Is this a rewatch for me? No. I gave it a 6.75 out of 10.
You were higher than me. All right, Lauren. Bring it home with a 3. I could just see it on her face. She's like, I hated this movie.
It was real rough for me. I had to play a game while I was watching it. Cause there was literally a song where he's like, I like you cause you're pretty. And she's like, oh, that's it. We only like each other cause pretty, and that's okay.
This is really rude of me, but the entire time I was like, this is Frank Sinatra. And you put him with that girl? And that was rude, but the entire time I was like, that is not a pretty woman. What are you doing?
Well, she's not supposed to be.
I think
she's a taxi driver. She's supposed to be this weird, quirky, not very attractive.
Yet, the only thing he said that he liked about her was that she was pretty. He didn't say anything about
yes, but the message is that she was very forward, and he liked that.
Yeah.
The whole she's pretty thing was very much she was vying for attention, and he wasn't giving it to her. So she got upset, and he was like, but you're pretty, and I'm going to compliment you, and that's going to make it all okay. That was the vibe I got from that song. It wasn't genuinely but you're so hot. It was, stop being mad, I want to make out.
Yeah, that's like what was weird to me about the whole thing with, because like it was just like her the whole time. She's like, my apartment, let's go, my apartment, let's go the whole time, and I'm like, I don't care about this storyline at all. And then like I kind of was interested in like the guy trying to find, I can't remember what her name is, but the blonde girl, and then like ends up being in the same town. I was like, oh, okay, cool. But I think my favorite part was the guy singing at the beginning about like not wanting to go to work.
Me too.
Me too.
So yeah, 3. I have no desire to ever watch this again. Wondered why I watched it, but I liked the guy singing how he didn't want to go to work.
I'm sorry. I really thought this was going to be better than it was.
What would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, Lauren?
Oh, I said 3.
3.
A 3? Okay.
Yeah. I'm a hater
See?
this week.
I guess so. I'm sorry. I was watching it and I literally got to the end and I was like, well, that was a movie. Oh no, I made them watch this. Oh no.
I'm glad that this wasn't like this is a beloved movie of mine. Watch this, because I was like, when I was watching it, I was like, I'm gonna have to hate on something Conlon likes and I don't wanna. So I was really relieved when you're like, this was a movie. I was like, oh, thank goodness. That's also what I thought.
Yeah, it's not one that I will ever watch again or recommend to people because
Yeah.
not that good. Anyway, guys, that's going to be our episode. We figured out that Lauren's a hater, and that's okay.
We
appreciate you guys watching. I hope that you make tomorrow better than today and just keep going up. Make plans, make goals for your life. Watch some great movies. Let them inspire you and just keep going. See you guys.